guys, you know, down. And then I figured we could do some like one-on-one talks with anybody who might want questions or make suggestions or things of that nature. I feel like in the next year we're going to have a lot of changes. By the way, the background audio that's playing was done by MDP for me. Put a Yule log! Ed, that's a great idea! How do I do that? Can I just find something that's just like a Yule log burning? Alright, give me a second. I want to do that. I think that's such a good idea! I love you, Ed. Let's see. Fireplace. Yule log. I just want like an hour long. There you go. 2 hours. Crackling fire sounds. We don't need the sound. We have M's music playing. So anything you hear that's playing in the background, that's MDP. So, alright. There should be, let's see. Display. Yes, sir, Bob. There we go. We got a Yule log burning. We gotta put me above the Yule log. There we go. And then we got to make the Yule log bigger. We're gonna get this eventually. We're working on it. I'll replay the song. No, we don't want that. Like, it looks like I'm fucking in hell. Maybe I should put it off to the side a little bit. That way you guys can see the Yule log burning. I don't know. Should I have it like that? I really need to iron out my backdrop. So I'm sorry for all the little flickerings and things like that. You know, when I'm a tiny little icon in the corner, I don't see it. So I could do it like this, where I'm like sitting cattied on the side, and then I can place our boxes on the side. All right, where's my knife? There it is. All right, so I kind of this. Too bad I don't have M's song on a loop. All right, well, whatever music you hear going on in the background, that was done by MDP. So if you guys are interested, definitely check out his page, subscribe. It's actually really good music, so I'm happy. Em, you're fucking awesome. Alright, so I went on a crazy buying binge with my money that I should be using for school, that I am using for ulterior things. But, you know, your girl Nat here is a bit of a, you know, genius, so I plan on just selling what I need to sell in order to make my money back. And since you guys love me so much, you know, and I love you guys, I wanted you guys to have this option of helping me pick and choose what I need to sell or what I should sell, and then what, you know, we're gonna do. And I'm not exactly positive what's in each of these boxes, so I'm not sure what I got yet. But over the next course of the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be getting lots and lots and lots. Fuck. Give me a minute. And once again, we got Dean here. Whenever there's any fuck up in the stream, you know, if it's a visual fuck up, that's my fault. Alright? If it's a actual, all of a sudden the stream gets disconnected, that's a Dean thing. And he can go fuck himself, you stupid cocksucker. He also goes by the name of Slurpee, Kajitan, and many others, because he'll just keep fucking popping in. Because that's what happens when you have a fucking psycho-obsessive cyberstalker who just sits there and fucking watches your streams just to be a dick. So, fuck you, Dean. Alright, moving on. So, let's see. Oh, okay. Now, this first one isn't actually anything too special, which is sad. I like them to be special. But I ended up just buying lots and lots and lots and lots of shit. And then I wanted to end up doing a raffle at the end for some things that, you know, you guys might, you know, enjoy. So this first one is actually, you know, when we're kids, we get things, you know, video games and whatnot. And, you know, a lot of these games that we got when we were young and kids are actually rather expensive nowadays. And not only are they expensive, but they're kind of hard to come by in their complete versions. And it takes a long time, you know, or a lot of multiple purchases in order to actually get things, you know, back that you lost when you were a kid. So for me, you know, I ended up, you know, my SNES wasn't working, so I ended up having, in this particular package, to give certain things to my brother, you know, because he had it. But there were certain things that I couldn't give him. So one of those things was, you know, when you get Final Fantasy II, right? And, you know, you might have the instruction manual, you might have the box, but you might not, you know? So with this particular Final Fantasy II, I ended up getting all the maps and inserts, all the original maps and inserts with the game. It's important to me that when we have a collection that it is complete, and I love Final Fantasy. So I needed to have all the maps and inserts that came with the original game. And I wanted them crisp and clean and perfect like they were back in the day. And for most of us, we're happy if we still have the original game. Because now with all the repros, you don't know if you're going to get the original game. So to get things like the maps and then know what maps you're looking for, it's important. So Final Fantasy II, if I remember correctly, it came with 2 maps. Oh wait, this is a reversible map, that's why. Alright. So yeah, you had the world map where you had all the towns. My green screen may cut some of the scrap out, just to let you know, but that is what it is. Guys, are we lagging at all? I know! Doesn't it bring back nostalgic memories to see that map? And all the dungeons. Now, that was another thing. I'm not going to go up and get it, but I also have the original SNES, not the SNES, the original Final Fantasy for the Nintendo. Now, I have the game, and I have the box, but I didn't have the manuals and the maps and the inserts that came with that. So that was another purchase I made, where I wanted to get the original manual and all the original maps for that. So that was another thing that I had. So now I have a complete copy of the original Final Fantasy with all the maps and inserts from that particular game. Oh, wait. We got one more page to unfold here. And I, like I said, wanted them, you know, mint. So that's what I had gotten with that. So now we can actually play the fucking game, because I've never played it, and it's a pain in the ass, to be honest with you, when you don't have that. And then it also came with a monster directory, which I didn't even know was in the original game, you know, the monster directory. That's kind of cool. So, you know, you got the monster directory, and then you have the poster, I guess, of the actual world map on the other side. I told you the holes are from my green screen. If it's like a light green, it's going to disappear into the green screen. Alright. And I actually, and this is why I was talking about this, I now have an extra copy of Final Fantasy, because that also came with the game. See? So, I now have an extra copy of Final Fantasy, the original NES, that I believe I may raffle off at a particular time. I'll get into a little bit more details of that after I finish unboxing all the shit I have, because that's just one of many boxes that I have here right now. And I'm going to put that back in its box. There you go, you're over there. And we'll go over to the next box. Now, the next box is a small box. You know, these particular things, there's a couple of things here that are for me. There are a couple of things here that are for me to play for you guys, because I need to have the original games. Like, it's just something I need to have in order, you know, it's a game designer thing. If I want to play the game for you, that's what it is. There's a couple of things here that I want to raffle for you guys, and then there's a couple of things here that are for me to sell. And that is incumbent upon you guys whether or not you want me to raffle them, play them, or allow me to make some money. So here we have a CIB of Gauntlet. It is a excellent near mint condition copy for the original NES. This is Gauntlet 2. And I'm just going to open it up for you guys so that you see. This has all the original inserts in it. The Nintendo, the posters, the little stupid card things that come in it, I guess. Is that what these things are? You know, for whichever for whichever collection, you know, you may or may not want, you know. And I have this obsession where things need to be like mint. I believe this copy of Gauntlet would probably resell for about $45–50. And then, of course, the instructions, very important, and the game itself. So there you have a beautiful CIB of Gauntlet 2. Now, here's a question for you guys. Do you want me to play the Gauntlet series? Because if you play the Gauntlet series, I'll hold off, play it, and then probably raffle one of them. Yes, I say one of them because I did get both of them. So, I did love Gauntlet back in the day for the NES, but I have never not played it as a two-player game. I've always played it with friends and family. Oh, there's more cards and stuff in here. Oh, look, it comes with the little Nintendo Power thing. Do you guys remember this? I swear to God, I have such nostalgia. And it even has like a new smell. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, yes. V is like, yes. So, I am the RetroQueenGamer. I've been playing a lot of new games. And that, of course, has been, you know, one of my, you know, pet peeves, is that I should be doing a lot more retro games. So, I went retro game crazy and bought lots of retro games. And you're going to see a lot of these things coming up. Oh yeah, and then the only other thing inside the box is the foam insert, because the boxes were always much bigger than all the crap that came in it. The foam insert isn't as important in order to have a really good, crisp CIB, but the box is probably the most important, followed by getting the inserts, which is probably the hardest thing to find in a legit CIB. I love the smell of old stuff. Now you're playing with power. Exactly. And the song is quite fitting, Em, I have to say. Thank you for the music. And of course, I don't want to wrinkle or dent anything, so just give me a second. I like keeping things as crisp and clean as humanly possible. Gauntlet 2 for the NES. Will it be a raffle? Not positive yet. I'm thinking this might be a resale, because I think a lot more people would be interested in Gauntlet 1. But we'll find out. So here we have our next box. And like I said, I like to surprise you guys, so that's what we're doing. And they're a surprise to me. Well, not a complete and total surprise, but I just don't know what's in what box. And I will go into the details of what I want to raffle this game. Or these games. Or I think I might have multiple raffles, maybe periodically, but for the time being, this is what we're gonna do. Alright. And our next game comes in a beautiful Ziploc bag. Did any of you see? We'll find out. Alright. Here we have, this I would consider an excellent copy of Shadowgate. This is the 4th time I'm buying this fucking game. But I love Shadowgate. I am very obsessive fan of having Shadowgate in the box. I'm just looking at the fire. Look at that. And Shadowgate does have a lime green neon title, so it matches perfectly so that you can see right through it. This game was designed and crafted by Camco. Now going by Zoyjoy, or whatever. This is also a CIB copy, complete with all the original inserts. Let's see, what the hell does this caution say? Nintendo recommends against using a rear projection television with your NES as an image retention may occur on screen. It even came with warnings back then. A VIP club certificate card. Does Kemco even exist now? I have no idea, but that's still funny. And of course, I'd read this before buying my next game pack. Would you? Would you really? I don't know. The manual for Shadowgate. Nice and minty. And of course, a beautiful shiny game that looks like it was never even played before. And it's very important, as we inspect, to make sure that your base here is clean and not having rust. You can do it at like a vague glance, but I can tell that this game probably was never played by the person who sold it to me. A CIB of Shadowgate in the NES box will roughly retail for about between $30 and $40. It's actually one of the cheaper NES CIBs that you can actually get, because I think a lot of people kind of played it once, got stuck right out the gate, and then never fucking took it out the box again. So it's one of those ones that the most you'll have is maybe some shelfware on the box. This is an excellent copy box. There is, the corners are very crisp. There is one slight indentation down here on the bottom because whoever took it took out the foam. Doesn't necessarily devalue it as a CIB. I would still say that it would sell for between $30 and $35. You might not get that $40 cusp, but about $30, $35. In this particular case, I'm probably going to keep this game because Shadowgate has a lot of nostalgia to me. If you press select, it has... So it did have a hint button? I never knew that. Fuck me, man. Really? That's why I never beat it. Son of a bitch. Fuck that shit. Alright. Well, now we know why I never beat it. You want to see Shadowgate stream? I just did the new Shadowgate for, what was it? That Zoyjoy just did, but that was the original game designer. Alright, so there we have Shadowgate, CIB. I'm not, like I said, I'm part and partial. It depends. I think what we'll do is we'll hold a vote for the top 5 games. Oh, the old one? I could play the old one. I never beat it, so that'll be fun. I don't know if it's really much different. Maybe the fact that it looks like... No, it says I'm on HD. God damn it. I was hoping that that was what the fucking problem was, but oh well. Alright. Let's go and take out our next box. So, this is our next box. This one is the big one, I think, for tonight anyway. And I would say that, in all honesty, it's probably like... No, that's already open. Okay. Alright. This is like, you know, my favorite box that we got for tonight, I think. I don't know, we still got a couple more here, so we'll see in a second. And I got a nice little thank you for your ridiculous amount of purchases. And the guy should thank me. I probably I overpaid on a couple of these, I'm not gonna lie. So, the first game, right out the bat, that I am going to play on stream. If I can fucking open it, I don't want to damage anything, but... Once again, I am still waiting for quite a lot, you know, so we might not have the accompanying games that come with these particular things. But Sunday, you're gonna probably see a lot more things to make you smile. But the first game I have here is my CIB of Metal Gear. Metal Gear was an awesome fucking game, alright? Now, some people might not think of it as an awesome fucking game. The labels of the games on streams, why? Nobody's gonna fucking copyright labels. And on top of that, I would fight and argue every single one of them because it's promotion for fucking games that are non-existent anymore. Which means that they can't possibly lose out on money for using it. I'd win that in a lawsuit. I bought this at a legit auction house. This particular package of games. As such, auction houses are sometimes the worst places to actually buy games. The reason for that is they're dumbasses and they put things like fucking stickers on it. And that sticker's gonna take me like 20 minutes to fucking take off to where I won't damage the fucking thing. The shipping labels. Why the shipping labels? Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that. Oh my god, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Was it obvious? Am I gonna have to edit it? Am I gonna have to erase this? So what did I miss? Hi, guinea pig. Oh my god. I didn't even think about that. Alright. Well, so I'll have to, like, erase the stream afterwards or whatever. Metal Gear. So, no, we don't. We don't. We don't. We honest to God don't. I didn't even think about that. Ah, fuck me. Thank you, Megasan. I didn't even think about that. Ah. I know, I'm gonna have to rewatch it. Thankfully, every video I have is unlisted. But I did not think about that. 1 centimeter letters. Well, thankfully the stream is all blurry. I don't know. But thankfully also I have a psychotic uncle who likes to shoot people. So he likes to make sure that his rights are still valid or whatever. So yes, Metal Gear. I'm going to play this game on stream along with its brother, Snake's Revenge. From what I understand, there is another Metal Gear 2, but that, I believe, was Famicom only, if I'm not mistaken. Does anybody else know this fact? I know, I'm such a Fucking A, man. For sometimes I'm so smart about things, and sometimes I'm a fucking idiot. But, you know, shit happens. Fuck this shit. If somebody wants to come here and get shot, they can. No, thank you. Thank you. Metal Gear, for some reason, comes with 2 instruction manuals. What the fuck is this other one? This one's about... Oh, so 2 instruction manuals. One is a how to play. Apparently, we need to know how to use 2 buttons, a select and a fucking direction pad. And the other one just looks like it tells you about the guns and weapon modes and you know, equipment and shit like that. Metal Gear is a pain in the ass game, by the way. One of the reasons why Metal Gear is so hard is because there are areas in the game where you have to take damage in order to proceed. And sometimes that dumbfounds people. Very much for logical reasons. You know, it'll dumbfound anybody. Alright. So, yeah. Metal Gear. Now I'm like lost the fucking train of thought. And I know he's watching. That sucks. None of you guys know how much of a pain in the ass it is to have a fucking cyber stalker. Fuck. Oh, God, I'm stupid. Shit. No, I can. My brother's a Sara Jiu-Jitsu fighter. He teaches at Sara Jiu-Jitsu. He's one of the trainers and teachers. So, you know, it's not like I didn't... And my brother's a professional Muay Thai kickboxer, so I know quite a few things to defend myself. I'm not really concerned about some doofy, bald 40-year-old coming after me. Who I'm sure will blow up to the nth degree any little bit of, you know, what he could possibly see. So, whatever. Fuck him. Fuck his couch. Exactly. I got your back and couch. Fuck. Everybody hates the beginning of Metal Gear. You start out in this fucking thing and then they make you run around like a jackass. Son of a bitch. Alright. So the next game I'm going to pull out is another game that I'm streaming. This was requested by one of my high donators. If you donate, you know, or get top donation spot, I will play your game. And I do that with usually money I make from your donation or the stream. Fuck, I lost my knife. Damn. Megasign, you got me all verklempt. Shit. Sit in my fucking stupidity. I have a right to be stupid every now and then, god damn it. The edgiest edgelord who ever edged. Do you like Edge? Edge was one of my favorite characters from Final Fantasy II, which we discussed earlier. Restart and delete? I mean, I guess I could. I don't know. Yeah, it kind of ruins it. It really does. Because, you know, what I'm pulling out is as much a surprise to me as it is to you guys. Because I'm still waiting, like, I only got, like, 10 games. And I'm still waiting for, like, another 15 games. So it's sort of like, you know... I mean, I know what's in this box now, but... Fuck! I can't find my damn knife! Which I'm gonna have to sleep with me under the bed again. Motherfucker. Bibby, you're not laying on it, are you? Bibby, you laying on my knife? No, okay. And my pity balls. You have to get past my pity balls. Who's kind of lazy right now. I know, I'm trying to open this. Right here, old body. Alright, if somebody wants, you know, Alex or somebody, could you go back and kind of look at that and make sure that there's nothing that can be seen? I mean, like I said, I have it unlisted, so unless you guys are, like, actually in the room, but I'm pretty sure Douchebag is watching somewhere. Alright. So, the next game I have here is Willow. Willow is, if I remember correctly, from what I read, an action kind of like role-playing game for the NES. This was requested by one of our members for me to play. That's what we're going to do. Very nice box. Once again, same stupid auction house, number 192. Motherfuckers with their damn stickers. Willow is not the most expensive NES game. Metal Gear over here. This game, I didn't go over that. This game would probably go for about $40, $45. The only reason why would go for that cheap is because it's missing one of the inserts. It's a stupid insert of just some fucking poster that tells you about other fucking Ultra games. But irregardless, that is part of what was supposed to come in here, so it doesn't make it an official CIB. Because it does have both manuals, it probably would still go, like, yeah, 35, 40 bucks, you know, would be about the rough estimate of what it is. With that stupid one insert, you probably would get between $50 and $60 for it. Get it sealed, it's probably going to go for like 200 plus, but other than that, you know, I was more interested in the boxes because I might be able to get some of those inserts to make them legit CIBs at another point in time, so I'm not too concerned about that. So here's Willow. We are going to be playing this probably sometime in January, beginning of February. We'll be playing Willow. Other than that, it actually looks like a very interesting game. I don't know if you can see it. Well, no, not with the fire there. But it kind of like looking at the gameplay, maybe like a mixture of like Secret of Mana. I don't know, would you say like Secret of Mana? I know you played this. What would you compare the game to? '2020 Vision game. Oh my god, my ankle. So many weapons. This also comes... Well, at least it has the foam. This also comes with the original instruction manual. Once again, fucking douchebag wrote the damn number 192 on it. It devalues it. So now, because of that nonsense, Willow just went from being like a $30, $35 game to being like 20 bucks. I mean, the box is still really nice, but is what it is. Can't help it. I needed to get a copy, and at the time, I wanted to get the free shipping. It was more important to me. This may potentially be a raffle. You know, it is missing the Capcom insert, but, you know, that once again, something that, because they were popular games for the NES, we'll probably be able to find copies of, you know, being sold for, like, retarded cheap somewhere. Alright. This is the next game I got. This is probably one of my potential raffles. This game is called Werewolf. I don't know if any of you guys ever played it. If you notice, I'm going for a platformer kind of theme here. You know, either overhead, platformer. That's generally the theme we're going with here. Action RPG Zelda with levels and experience. Okay, so that's kind of the gameplay of Willow. So, I'm actually kind of excited to play it because I do love those types of games. They're my games and a cup of tea. Apparently, it's extremely difficult. So, we can't go wrong with that. Werewolf actually is probably one of the... a touch more expensive as far as the gamer collectability is concerned. The thing that makes Werewolf extremely expensive... Here it is. The game. Beautiful, nice, crisp, clean werewolf. It was funny because I had pointed this out when I was discussing this with one of our members, where I was looking at the sprites for the game, and it's the same it's Simon Belmont. That you're playing Simon Belmont, but as a werewolf as opposed to a friggin' vampire. I mean, I think that that's ironically hysterical. I don't know if anybody else does. This copy of Werewolf actually is very complete. It's still in the plastic, actually. Yep, I just wanted to make sure the fold was still in there. And comes with the instruction manual. Once again, slightly devalued because the douchebag wrote a fucking number on it. The game itself, I'm gonna have to take all these damn stickers off. And then a poster. Poster that advertises Who Framed Roger Rabbit. One of the most awesome games, by the way. No, but maybe, but not really. I for sure, I think I will raffle this game. If I remember correctly, this game should have came with an actual comic book that was about the size of the instruction manual. I'm not positive on that, or if it just maybe had a comic that you could purchase on the side. Some games did that. Like, there's a hint manual that you can get for Shadowgate. That's not, that doesn't come with the original game, but that, you know, fits in the box, you know, if you happen to have bought it. I think it was like $3.95 that you order, you know, from somewhere. I have no idea where. But yeah, you would have ordered it. Nintendo did do things like that on occasion, so that was Megason, I lost so many games from all my house hopping when I was younger, and, you know, the problems I had when I was younger. I tried so hard to keep so many of my collections intact, and from being homeless or jumping here or jumping there, going to friend's house, having an apartment, losing the apartment, getting a new apartment, leaving shit behind at the old apartment, having my landlord throw shit out. I mean, my landlord must have thrown away thousands of dollars worth of shit. I can't even. And I used the same landlord over and over again, so that was kind of like my stupidity too. Alright, next game. Alright, the next game we have here is something of a bit of a nostalgia treat for me. I used to play this with my brothers a lot. This is Wizardry for the NES. Wizardry is a dungeon crawler. You know, one of those, what's the best way to describe it? Well, I'll show you the, a picture of it. You know, had I had this set up a little bit better, I probably would have just added like photos and threw them up or whatever ahead of time. But this is Wizardry. Once again, beautiful CIB copy. This is definitely mint, minus the fucking stickers. Shit, I really wish I would have paid attention to that. I hate fucking auction houses. Alright. So, this comes with a ton of shit. Manuals and crap like that, and the foam insert, of course. This particular manual actually looks like not the original manual, but the way things are done, I don't know. Comes with the inserts. It probably is the original manual. They probably just wanted it to look old or something. Got the original inserts. Does that say Rodan? Is that Godzilla? Oh, Godzilla! Ed'll love that one when I get that package. If I don't have it already. No, Rodan was apparently... Yeah, look at that! Godzilla! Ed! Ed, I need to give this to you. Oh my god. You know, looking at some of these things are like so awesome. I mean, maybe that's me. I don't know if you guys have like this same feeling of like opening up a game and, you know, the original inserts were like just really amazing to look at. I don't know. Oh, this was an advertisement for Nintendo Power, which I don't even think exists anymore, which is sad. You know, as a kid, you loved looking. Nintendo Power was your internet back in the day, you know. And Wizardry. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about this game. Wizardry is a dungeon crawler, as you can see. You make your own characters. It kind of runs in a similar fashion to Dungeons and Dragons in that way. You basically you make your characters. You fight, you know, orcs and goblins and skeletons and go through all these dungeons, and, you know, has like that overly epic story. You know, you have like your proving grounds and shit like that. I know the fucking stickers on the boxes. Fucking auction houses. Only auction houses do this stupid shit, man. It's like you'll find like the best copies for the cheapest prices at the auction houses because they do this. And then I'm gonna have to sit here for like an hour and a half with like a fucking alcohol on the tip of like a fucking razor blade and just slowly pick at it and hope that I don't damage the boxes. And half of them I won't, and half of them I probably will. And that pisses me off to like the nth degree. You can get them a lot easier off the cartridge, but because this is paper on paper, this is gonna be a fucking issue. They couldn't just have used a plastic sticker. Gugon, I had Gugon. It's worked on some things, didn't work on other things. Alcohol usually is like the best. You know, the most you'll get is like, you know, a little dry spot that in like 30 years might actually show some sort of brittleness or color discoloration, but nothing anytime recent. Alright, so that's Wizardry. I think I will play it. I don't think I'll beat it. I just might do a couple of one-offs with you guys, and maybe if you request it a lot, then maybe I'll continue playing it. This is something that you would probably want to spend more time playing on your spare time than you would like finding it interesting as a stream. And oh yeah, no, I know. Believe you me, PWAP, I've been in the business of buying and selling for auction houses and eBay for about 10 years now. It's one of the things I do on the side. And I've salvaged a lot of things that would have generally been considered shit by other people. It's one of like my joys is taking something and restoring it. So, and I'm really good at it. I usually do it with books. And books that I deal with are hundreds of years old. They're much more fragile than these games cases. And I've done things from removing glue to removing library inserts and, you know, whole restorations. I deal with a woman, Jennifer Justin, who worked at the Metropolitan Museum of Art to do a lot of my restorations if I needed, like, legit overhauls that I couldn't possibly fix. So, still waiting. Yo, we're doing that later tonight. I'm getting into that. Alright, this is the last game in this box. This game I probably will do a one-off for you guys because it's nostalgic for me. It's also probably one of the most expensive games in the boxes, believe it or not. This is Nobunaga's Ambition. Nobunaga's Ambition is a old school strategy game. Very much akin to Romance of the Three Kingdoms. The difference between Nobunaga's Ambition and Romance of the Three Kingdoms is this follows the Japanese story of their history, where Romance of the Three Kingdoms follows the traditional stories of the Han Dynasty. So, but other than that, the gameplay is exactly the same. You know, you get your towns and your cities, you fight your wars. I really do enjoy playing a good strategy game. And these games are extremely hard. Send your sticker games to Nat, for real. Yeah, I mean, I used to get paid a decent amount of money to do that shit, so it's very tedious work. It takes a long time. Like, you know, your average person just rips the damn sticker off, and I attack it like surgery. Um, oh, I almost thought he didn't fucking put a number on here, but go figure, it's in the fucking corner. I'm about to be like, yay, something he didn't fuck up. No, of course, fucking auction houses. This is a great CIB. I could have sworn this had inserts in it. Now I feel like I got gypped, but whatever. I guess a good CIB of Nobunaga's Ambition would probably go for about $60. I mean, if you have like all the inserts and everything, yeah, I would say about 60 bucks, maybe a little bit more. For the most part, I did get decent deals on all of these. You might get bad lag. I don't really know what the fuck the issue is, but I can only assume that we have Dean floating around still. And whenever I have any problems from now on, we will call it a Dean Douglas issue. He also wants me to sue me for using that term. So my cyberstalker wants to sue me. He also threatened to sue other members in my Discord for telling the truth about shit he does. I don't fucking know. There's child pedophilia issues. But ways to make them less blurry and show more detail? What do you mean? Oh, take the video, edit it, and not delete it? Why? Does that mean you did see the address on one of them? So, did we see an address? Because, I mean, it's obvious I'm not going to be able to list the video. I know you guys are cool. Well, the good majority of you guys who are watching. Alright. Next game. I think I know what this game is. Oh, we found my knife. It was under the other box. Alright. No, you're right. Alright. Now I know why people don't do them straight from the box like this. Alright. Here we go. I got one more after this, and then we'll talk for a minute. And just edit those parts. This is an original copy of Gauntlet. I believe it's a full CIB. Should have all the maps and inserts and stupid shit. Yeah, whatever the fuck this thing is. Gauntlet was made by Tengen. Right there, Tengen. Oh, this comes with a poster. That's kind of cool. Gauntlet. No, it's cool. I don't know if you should have said it on, you know, had you not said it on chat, I mean, then that could have caused an issue. So I guess, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so Tengen had its own sleeve. It didn't actually, and the games themselves look a little bit different. The box itself has some shelfware, so I wouldn't generally just say this is a very good copy, even though it has all the inserts. A very good copy of Gauntlet, I don't know, I would say 30, 35. There are other variations of Gauntlet besides the original Tengen. White Wizard needs food badly. And, you know, I am thinking I want to play this game for you guys, and then you can make the choice as to whether or not you want to see me continue playing the Gauntlet series at one particular point. I also think that this game would make a great option for a raffle. Like I said, it's very hard to get a CIB. This is a legit CIB, even though the box isn't in the best condition. But you probably could find eventually a replacement box. I don't know, but I think you should. And, you know, the poster in mint condition, and the instructions in mint condition, and everything else. I would say, you know, that kind of Green Wizard is baking cookies. I have never played Gauntlet by myself. This has always been a game I played with my brothers or friends or something else. I imagine, and from what I understand, is this true? The difficulty is the same by yourself as it is if you actually had friends playing? I think it's true, right? I think that is true. But you guys can clarify for me. I don't know. I was taking... Stream's going on a lot longer than I was intending it to. Yeah, green is the elf. I don't think green... Yeah, I think it's true. I think, Oh, okay, I know what this last one is. I just know it based on the feel of it. When I had gotten this game, I was actually pissed, you know, because here I am expecting all these NES CIB copies. And then some asshole from, of all things, Retro friggin' Jelly Games, whatever the fuck that is. This was an eBay purchase, but this game is actually really important, and I just want to talk about it for a hot minute. Alright. I did not get a CIB of this game because it's $500. This is called Master of Monsters. Now, this Sega Genesis game actually means so much, you know, to me and my family. This was like the one game where every single member of my family could actually play. You could play, I believe, up to 4 people. And it was a strategy game where you could play a summoner or a daimyo or a wizard or something, and you summoned monsters and then just use them to fight other people. Graphics in this game was fucking awesome, especially at the time for 16-bit systems. It was actually really amazing. And you summoned all kinds of things. The monsters leveled up. I mean, it was like the only type of game of its kind at the time. Nobody plays it. Hardly anybody knows about it. And the game kind of just like disappeared off the face of the map, despite the fact that it was probably to this day, the most enjoyable game I've ever played. Everybody in my family still plays this game. They play it on ROMs. I got this from my little brother that I'm giving to him for Christmas. I will get the ROM for it and maybe play a couple of stages for you guys so that you can see it, since there's no... there's actually... I don't even know if there's YouTube videos on it. Like, it's a really good game. My dream, as part of my collection, is to get a CIB of this. $500 one day. Not anytime soon, you know, but one day when I have like a legit job and shit like that, I might actually pull off the investment for that. I have my Atari's under my bed right now. I have 42 games for the Atari. I did have E.T., and thank God it's one of those games that went missing. But I did have that shitty E.T. game. And I remember playing it for like a few minutes when I was a kid and like turning it off because I had no idea what it looked like somebody vomited on my screen. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing with that. I think you're like, it starts off with you just like falling into like some green area with not a single fucking thing on it. Like it was dumb. I don't. Why would you buy ETM? Yeah, I'm not too concerned that ET is like the one game missing from my collection. I mean, it's not the one. I also can't find Hall of the Mountain King, and that game used to scam me so much when I was a little kid. And that music would come on. I talked about this in a stream once, you know, it was like... And when I was a kid, I used to like pick up and throw the controller and go and run in the other room. It was like the scariest game in the world to me. I'm trying legit on a console as an adult and see Frogger. I remember Frogger. Oh my god. Alright. So I think those are... Is that all of them? I just want to make sure. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Yeah, so. Alright. Those are all the games that I actually have to play for... show you tonight. Well, actually, that's not true at all. I have one other game that I'm going to play for you. We're going to start that stream tonight, probably around... I'm thinking 9:30 right now. I wanted to give myself an hour to play with it. We are going to play Guardian Legend tonight. We're going to start the stream around 9:30. And I've never played it before. This was a request from more than one member. So, you know, definitely going to try it out tonight. I also wanted to go over a couple of things. We got rid of Dean last night. Yay! He will come back under some other false name at one particular point in time. We don't know what that name will be, but I'm sure he will just continue to try. That's what cyberstalkers do, apparently. I've never played the Guardian Legend, so it's going to be a very unique experience. I also wanted to go over the next couple of weeks and what I'm going to request for you guys for my first raffle. I guess the first thing I want to go over is I'm leaving December 20th and going to New York. I won't be back till January 3rd. It'll actually be like the longest period I'm gone. I don't believe I will be able to stream during those times because I will be surrounded by babies and nobody wants to hear that going off in the background while I'm streaming. Also, on another note, I figure while I'm in New York, I know there's quite a few of you guys located in New York that we could do a meetup if you would like. I know Jay had mentioned an arcade at the Broadway Mall. We could also just, you know, do something simpler if that's like, you know, a little bit outside your realm of being able to do anything. What's the difference between Dean and crying babies? Well, the difference is that Dean still could possibly DDoS me. It's not like, you know, because I'm changing my locations or the ISP is different that he ain't gonna be able to just jump on stream and somehow figure out how the fuck to do this shit. I don't know how the DDoSing thing works. I don't. I just know, you know, on occasion it happens shit gets all fucked up. My icons move all over the place, and I have to like fix my network drivers. I don't know how this shit works. I don't. And then that kills the stream. We usually get disconnected. I lose the stream host thing, and then I have to start a new stream, which really pisses me off because I like these things being in like full episodes for you guys on stream. And he especially does it at the end of the games. So that's one thing that's been really, really aggravating. I also have, so anyway, you know, Alex is down to meet up. I will be in New York. I would like to schedule a day with you guys, and it's a day away from Screaming Babies, so that would be fun. I haven't had Dunkin' Donuts in 4 years, so I'd like to have that. I don't know what else. Also, so that's while I'm in New York. You guys can hit me up in the Discord. If there are any subscribers that are watching this afterwards, I have put a RetroQueenGamer at Gmail email link that you guys can actually go and send me email messages. It probably will eventually be filled with spam and shit. But for the time being, you know, at least for a couple of weeks, I know that it'll be good for you guys to be able to contact me on. I also I have the email also for another reason. It's hard for me to leave my Discord invites available while I have an idiot trying to get on my fucking Discord. He's a very destructive individual. Apparently thinks that I'm in love with him. But he's also a bit of a sociopath. So, and he likes to use different usernames to try and fool me and other members into coming into the Discord. He's just very obsessive. I don't know how else to put it. With that being said, I can't leave a link, an open link for my Discord. So unless I really know you, I can't allow my moderators to drop links in the chat for you guys to join until we're able to call or clarify this individual in some which way, shape, or form. Right now, we've just been hating on him and trolling on him and hoping that that works. I think it does. Because who wants to deal with that shit? I don't know. Besides a sociopath, which he clearly is. So, I don't know. We're trying. Eventually, I think he'll go away. YouTube says that everybody goes away because they're a bunch of dicks and won't help. So, with that being said, I wanted my first raffle to be a month-long thing where I would like members to actually maybe do some fan art of this wonderful, beautiful mug here. And, you know, I need to make a thumbnail that, you know, would work well as my intermission screen. And what the fuck is this? No. We will not have that. See that, M? We gotta fix your thingy-majingy. There. New M song. We're not going to some random stranger here. I will not advertise for random strangers. The Pong song. Is that what it is? I didn't even know. Alright. So, what I would like is maybe some fan art. And then the winning piece of fan art will get the game that I choose. From this pile and then the pile that I'm going to show on Sunday. On Sunday I will stream again a little bit earlier in the day so that I can show you the next pile of NES games that I'm getting. We will, at that particular point, I will pick probably about 5 games out of it, and I will set 2 aside to do future raffles with. We will also have a runner-up if we get enough fan email pieces. I guess to describe what I would like to an icon of myself. You could do it animated, you could do it in any which way style that you would like. You can add a backdrop. I would suggest Photoshop. but you can use any program to make it. Something that will work as a thumbnail for when I do videos like this, where I'm just kind of like blogging, you know. Also, you know, like I said, you know, just different things of that particular nature. I would like, you know, I guess, you know, I guess that's literally it. Something good that's animated that I can work as a thumbnail or a new icon. As you notice, I have the little Retro Queen icon in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen. There's nothing wrong with using my actual face as the icon, but it's supposed to be a brand logo, and I don't think my face should be the brand logo for RetroQueenGamer. That's just how I feel about it. Like I said, we will be doing a whole nother unboxing on Sunday, so it's not like these games are the only games in which, you know, I am picking from to send you something. If you do have a request specifically and you are the winner, and it is part of the 5 games that we put on the side to do that, you can get that requested game. Otherwise, you know, it would be best left to my good judgment based on what I may or may not know of you to give you something that I would hope that you would enjoy, or if you're a collector, that you just would like to have for your own collection as far as a full CIB. Game value will not be under $20, will not be under $30, sorry. So, you know, you would get anything that could be priced anywhere between 30 to like 70, 80 bucks. With that being said, I'm going to end the stream now. I will be playing Guardian Legend in about an hour. Literally 9:30. 9:30 I'm set up to play Guardian Legend, which is also another NES game that I have, or I bought over a week and a half ago, that I'm still waiting to fucking receive. But I'm sure holidays, unfortunately, are an excuse for any delayed shipments. So, with that being said, I will see you guys in an hour, and thank you for all your support, and I would like to thank all my members that helped support me last night in the ruse to get rid of Dean, or Kajatin, whatever the fuck he wants to call himself now. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.